Over 400 years ago, in about 1614, James Bagg II bought Saltram, a modest Tudor house surrounded by acres of land and salt marsh. Like his father, he was head of customs, but he was notorious for his dishonesty, earning the nickname the Bottomless Bag. Even as the supplier of goods to the Navy, he negligently poisoned them with cheap, rotten food. James spent his wealth building a fine new house at Saltram with a prospect tower, so he could watch ships arrive in the harbour. However, James Bagg II died in debt and disgrace, from which the family fortunes never recovered. After the Civil War, Saltram changed hands several times and was eventually acquired by the Parker family in 1712. It wasn't until the 1740s that John Parker undertook major changes to Saltram. The old house was comprehensively remodelled and given the classical facade that can still be seen today. The pleasure grounds were also created with follies like the amphitheatre. His son,
Hello there.
John Parker II, then extended the stable block and coach house, built the orangery and castle. He filled the house with art, especially works by Joshua Reynolds, a renowned painter from the era. Robert Adam,
Good day to you.
the leading architect of the day, designed two exceptional rooms in the house, a library, which is now the dining room, and the saloon. He also designed the Borrington Arch as an eye-catcher. Saltram had now become one of the grandest houses in Devon. Even King George III and his extended family stayed there for 2 weeks in 1789. In the 1800s, John Parker III commissioned major projects around Plymouth, building the original Lara Bridge and a shipbuilding dock at Catdown. He also extended the parkland, draining the salt marshes below the house to create Chelson Meadow, which later became a racecourse for about 100 years. Over the course of the next few generations, Saltram had mixed fortunes. The South Devon Railway cut through the parkland in the mid-19th century, but woodlands and hedgerows were replanted and restored, and new lodges were built at each park entrance. During the Second World War, before D-Day, American soldiers were billeted at Saltram.
Hi there.
But with no staff to maintain them, the grounds became neglected. As the war progressed, Saltram was even used as a makeshift POW camp. After the war, the estate fell into further decline. Eventually given to the Treasury in lieu of death taxes, Saltram passed into the care of the National Trust in 1957. Then, in 1961, after a lot of care and attention, it was opened to the public for the first time. Since then, despite the A38 severing the estate in the 1970s and the development of the surrounding land, the National Trust, with the help of specialists and many volunteers, has repaired and restored the historic details of the house and conserved the landscape for future generations to enjoy.